What is good, friends? How is everybody doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I sorted my PC out. For those of you that are on Patreon, Patreon, why was that so hard to say? You will know I've just had a bit of an issue with my power supply. We're sorted. I'm back in business. And I wanted to do a video. I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time. A video sort of just letting everybody know more about me, more about my life, and what got me to YouTube and everything. And fighting my own anxieties. I know there's a lot of things that I want to do from now until the end of it all, I guess. And a lot of it on YouTube is going to be held back by my own personal anxieties and stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's things that I need to get over in order to further my career, I suppose, is the best way you could say it. You know, for me to progress, I'm gonna have to do certain things, and one of them has been plaguing my mind for a very, very long time, because there are videos that I want to do that I'm unable to do because of this. So, for the past few weeks, you know what kicked me up the arse was listening to Zigzag by Rammstein. I had a little bit of a talk in that where I was like, we're all beautiful, we all should embrace our differences, and we all should accept each other, regardless, you know? And it got me to thinking, I do feel that way, but if I look in the mirror, I don't, you know what I mean? It's, you're beautiful, and you're beautiful, and you're beautiful, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So I need to get over that kind of thing, and the only way for me to do that is kind of to just bite the bullet. And I was sort of sitting around last night kind of thinking about everything, and I reckon the only way for me to sort of do a lot of the things that I want to do is to just take my mask off. So today I'm going to start by doing that, and I'm hella anxious, and I know that sitting here recording this, I'm really sweating and I'm shaking. I don't know if you can see that, but believe me, I'm shaking. I know that I can record this and just not edit it and not put it out. I know that, but I want to. There's things I want to do. Like I say, I want to try food from around the world. I want to try like snacks from here, there, and everywhere that I've never tried before and stuff like that. And I want to share them with you. And for me to sit here and like, I take a mouthful of something, as I pull my mask down, I'm going to blur my face. You're not going to see me eating. You're not going to eat. You know what I'm saying? That there's so many different kind of video ideas that I've got that are going to be better if I'm not wearing a mask. Who am I trying to convince here? Am I talking to you guys, or am I talking to myself? So, you know what? Sod it. Without further ado. Hello, my friends. Oh, it makes my face sweaty. But hello, hi. For those of you that don't know, my actual name is Steve. How is it going, everybody? I am an anxious mess right now. I'm very, very nervous about this whole video. But it's lovely to meet you. It's lovely to finally see you guys. Excuse me. Now that's over with, I feel a bit calmer. I can launch into some questions. From you guys. Cece, by the way, thank you so much for bombarding me with questions, because I would have had nothing to go off of. I don't know what you guys want, you know what I'm saying? And I do have a little list actually of questions from other people about stuff. You know what? I'm just waffling. I'm waffling because I'm anxious and I'm nervous, but let's get into it. Let's jump into some questions. So as I'd said before, Cece, you're a legend. I've told you this many, many times. Thank you so much for just your interest in the channel and me and everything. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. CC has just sort of hit me with questions that are like more about me, about my life, and about how I became the person that I am. So, you know, she asked a lot about my tattoos. A lot of them, they're literally just, I like the look of that. That looks real nice. Stick it on me. I used to work in a tattoo shop. And it made it a lot easier to just randomly get tattoos. You know what I mean? I would be getting them just every other week. I'd have a new tattoo. If I've seen something that caught my eye, stick it on me. I do have 322 on my hand, and that is significant. I used to be in a band. I used to live in just outside of Vancouver in Canada, and we were in a band. I was in a band with 3 of my friends, and 322. It's an angel number. I've looked it up since. But once we were out and about and we were doing some stuff, and my friend went to the store and we were stuck at a campsite, and he went off and he got pulled over. He wasn't under the influence, not yet, because we still had stuff to go and do, you know what I'm saying? We dropped some stuff off at the campsite, he went off. So off he goes, and we're like, where's he gone? He's taking ages, he shouldn't take so long. And we finally got through to him. He'd been pulled over, and the cops had taken his truck away. Now, in the truck were my drums, the like basses, guitars, amps, like all the stuff we need to make music, which is what we were doing. So the cops impound his truck. They're like, yeah, no, we believe you're driving under the influence, which was not true. Anyway, that's what we ended up naming our EP. And that was a massive time in my life, absolutely huge. And the number 322 has followed me ever since. It was the cops badge number that pulled over my friend. It was, like I say, it was our EP, and I see it. The other day I was walking through my hallway, and I looked up at the carbon monoxide detector, and it says 322 on it. And I've lived in this house for I don't know how long, and I've never seen it. And I just so happened to look up there, and boop, I was like, no way. So yeah, it just follows me everywhere. And that's that, pretty much, and nothing else really. I mean, we've got Darth Stewie, we've got Superman, just some of my favourite stuff. I love Family Guy, love Stewie. He's an absolute legend, Brian. Superman's the greatest superhero there ever was, really one of the only superheroes, but we won't get into that, because it's not that deep. It's not that deep. I know people are getting riled up, and they're going, oh, what about this guy, that guy? It's not that deep, it doesn't matter. Superman is Superman. You know what I mean? The ultimate superhero. Anyway, this is my friend Kai. Rest in peace, my brother. I think I've spoken about him before. But like I say, everything else, I got my him tattoo because I like him. But everything else is literally just, I liked it. I really liked it. I have one across here. It's text, and it says, in Latin it says truth and justice. And it says friendship in the middle. With like we got it confirmed as well. It's a little Chinese symbol. We confirmed that it actually says friendship. But me and my friend have the same tattoo. We have the same one across our chest, which is cool, I guess. And that's pretty much my tattoos. They're not as interesting as you may think. This one is like going to be a biomech. It's not finished. It's going to be like biomechanical. It looks like it's the inside of my throat and stuff like that. But I've got to get it coloured in. But getting the lines and stuff, you know, when it finished, every emotion you can imagine was going through me. I wanted to cry, like I was mad at myself, you know what I mean? I was like, everything. I was hungry, but I felt sick. It was like so weird. But I'm terrified. To not beat around the bush, I'm absolutely terrified to go get this coloured in. But it's gonna happen, you know what I mean? There's like half of my brain is like, go get it coloured in, it would look so much better. But then the other half of my brain is like, I'd have to lay there, like, with someone drilling my neck. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them. So before YouTube, I was on Twitch. I moved away to Canada in, what year was it? Let's see, end of 2016, I believe. I think it was the end of 2016. I moved away, and when I came back, there was a whole mess of crap happened over there. Probably a story for another time. Maybe not so safe for work, I guess, to talk about some of the stuff on YouTube. But anyway, when I came back to England, I was in a bit of a mental shithole, to, you know, for want of a better phrase. And I was watching somebody play City Skylines. I don't know if you've heard of the game. You build cities and stuff like that. It's very, very good. I was watching somebody play cities on Twitch, and I was like, I love this game. I'd love to try this game. So I got the game, got it on Xbox first, and I was like, this is sick. And I ended up getting it on PC. Now, this is a time where I just moved back from a different country. I'd come here, I had no job, my dad's putting a roof over my head, like, I had nothing, you know what I mean? I had no money, no nothing. So cities, I was clinging on to cities for like my sanity, you know? And I finally ended up getting like the PC version. And I was like checking out all the mods. I was like, I've got to check all the mods out. I've got to be able to do this, that, and the other. And I came to find that I was actually quite good at the game. I was actually quite good at starting from scratch and building a profitable city that could, you know, it had a great economy. And then I found some more stuff with like the detailing. You can put grass and like bushes and skid marks and, you know, tire marks, not skid marks. You could put them all in and everything, all this little detailing and stuff, and it just sucked me in, and I ended up going on Twitch. Excuse me. And I tried my hand at that, and it was great. It was amazing. I had a lot of fun. My streams were always so chill. All my chatters were fantastic, and I love you guys. I know some of you have came over to YouTube and you're watching my reactions and you're keeping up to date with me, and I appreciate you so much. I truly do, with all my heart. Thank you. But it just got a bit dramatic. You know what I mean? You as with anything, you go off and you do something by yourself and it's great, and then other people get involved and they start stirring pots that don't need stirring and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Too many cooks, as it were. And my broth was ruined. It was ruined, and I left Twitch, and the transitional period between Twitch and YouTube is what made me put the mask on. All of the drama, all of the horrible things that people were saying, like, you know, I'm an advocate for accepting who you are, right? But there's only so much you can hear until you start to believe it, okay? And it broke me down. It totally broke me down. And I was like, but I enjoy putting content out, and I enjoy interacting with other people and stuff like that. And I came to YouTube. I thought, a lot of my Twitch streams, we had music on in the background before all the major DMCA stuff kicked off. Something on my eyebrow. We'd have song requests and stuff like that, and it was a lot of that was like the best part of the stream. I would listen to a song that someone had been like, oh, check this out, and I'd never heard it before. And we'd discuss it, and I already watched, like, I have a t-shirt, I have a Vin and Sorry t-shirt and stuff like that. I was already watching Vin and Sorry and like Laid Back and, you know, Lost in Vegas. And I was like, I'll try my hand at that, why not? And I started it with, like, you'll see, if you go to the very first few videos, they're like ghost, scary reactions to ghost videos. Nuke, big up Nuke, Nuke's top 5. And yeah, we sort of went from there. I tried my hand at it. I tried, you know, seeing how comfortable I was, seeing how it felt to put a video out and all that kind of stuff, and I really liked it. And then we moved on to music, and it snowballed since then. Like, I've got you guys, you've come over, and I started a Patreon, and like I've taken my Twitch energy over and I've put it onto YouTube, and this is where I'm at now, and it's fantastic. You know, life gets in the way. It sucks working a full-time job and you know, sitting here like today, for example. I've woken up and I don't really have that much energy. I don't know if you can tell. I am also very anxious because I'm sitting here without a mask on, and I've got to edit this later, and I've got to look at my own stupid face. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't mind, I'm sure you guys don't mind, but from the beginning I've said the mask, it's for me. You know, you get those people coming in, oh, do this, do that, do the other, you know, the keyboard warriors. They just don't understand. Either that or they're too lazy to click twice and go to my about page. But I won't have to worry about that anymore, which is crazy to think that I'm not going to get mask comments that are like, take your mask off. No. Take it off when I'm ready, which is now, friends. Now, from Twitch came a very good friend of mine, Muggy. Right here, I have a Christmas card from her and her missus and her dog. They're all sitting with Santa, and it was the COVID time, so it says COVID Christmas on it. I love you, Muggy, I really do. Muggy was one of my mods on Twitch anyway, and she asked me during the first sort of round of me taking questions of people. She asked me sort of what were some of the influences of like bands and music and stuff when I was younger, what pushed me in this direction, which is a great question, by the way, Mug. Thank you. And there's quite a lot actually, and from all over. Like, I remember, I mean, bear in mind that my memory is just the worst the worst, the absolute worst. I've hit my head a lot. I've been a drug addict. I've been just a nutcase, right? I've done stuff to my brain, and it sucks. But as far as I remember, the biggest turning point. Excuse me, I do apologize for striking you guys. The biggest turning point for me musically, I have this very huge, vivid memory of I'd just been out skating in Leicester. I was at Western Park. Big up anyone that knows Western Park, by the way. Used to have a little like half pipe there. We'd go and skate a half pipe. It was sick. But I was walking home, and my uncle called me up on the phone, and I was listening to the first Slipknot album, which they were my main and still are my biggest metal influence. They keep me, you know what I mean? If I need a charge, Slipknot. So there's one of your answers, mug, Slipknot. But my uncle called me up, and I used to live here, and my grandma and uncle used to live just around the corner. And I was on the way to his because I'd go and hang out with my uncle all the time when I was a kid, and he called me, and I was like, hello. I remember it so vividly. I would have been like 14 tops. He called me, and he was playing Purple Pills by D12 and Eminem because he just got the album. Whenever the year was that song came out, he just got it. That's the year it was. And he just played it full blast to me down the phone. And I remember thinking in my head, because I had Slipknot on, and then he called me up and put Eminem and D12 on, and it's gone from like dun 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 to dun dun dun. And I still remember the conversation I had with myself after all that. I got gassed on the phone. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to get there and listen to the new album. And I thought, what other person that I know, I don't think I know, or at the time I don't think I knew any of my friends that would have such a vast, it goes from Slipknot to Eminem and everything in between, you know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like I was like, yeah, me, I've got quite a broad mind. And I was like just a kid at the time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm bigging myself up, I'm a cocky little kid. And yeah, I've got to say, anything from the first band that got me into metal, which was Slipknot, to Eminem and all that stuff that was like pre-teen years, I suppose. That's what sort of got me to where I am today. I think a lot of those mixes, a lot of rap, a lot of metal, a lot of like the stuff in between. I even listen to like country and stuff like that. Like I really do. There's that one song, Jack puts it on in the car all the time. Wasted on You it's called. I can't remember who it's by. Chicken Fried as well, Zach Brown Band. That's a great song. But stuff like that, that's what got me going. It feels like, you know what I mean? That's all those little bits and bobs, and I think that helped me to better understand the more technical like metal stuff that we listen to, like the Ginger riffs every now and then. I'm like, whoa, what's going on there? But I think it's helping that my brain is used to over here listening to like the slower stuff and the little plays on words and shit like that, and I can go in there. But then I've also got like my Slipknot influences, like a bit of Machine Head, a bit of like I can't really think off the top of my head. It was like Slipknot, Korn, like Limp Bizkit. They were the perfect. When they came about, it was like, wow, this is my two favorite genres of music blended together. It was like rap and it was like rock and metal, and it was awesome. So any of those bands, Muggy, any of those bands that I just long-windedly mentioned, I told a bit of a story about when I was going skating, but that's what sparked my brain. Was like, I've got quite a big, and it being a kid, it was like, I want to add more to that. I want to listen to this weird band. I want to listen to that weird band. I want to, you know what I mean? I want someone to look at me, and I had black nails. I dyed my hair black, and it was kind of long. Like I looked proper gothy. I want someone to look at me and expect me to listen to a certain kind of music and be totally baffed when I say like I say Eminem or whoever, Dre and Snoop and that. Dr. Dre 2001, one of the greatest albums of all time, by the way, of all time. I'm not pulling a Kanye, and I'm gonna let you finish, but of all time. I'm just realizing the amount of editing I've got to do on this video. Holy moly, I keep stopping to go and look at stuff and read things that people have said. It's insane. I have noticed a lot of people are kind of curious more about me as a person, and it shocks me. It's you know what I mean. When I started, it was like the music stuff. At least I was like, people are gonna come and they're gonna see, like, the same reason I go to watch, like, oh well, at the beginning I would go and watch Vin and Sori because I liked the initial reaction, but then I actually sat and started watching them, and some of the stuff that they were talking about was fantastic. Like, Vin has got such a brain on him. Like, big love to Vin. I mean, they're never going to see my channel, like, ever, but big love to you guys. You guys are great. But I'm my own, you know, as we all are, we are our own worst critics, right? So I expect everyone that comes by is just going to be like, oh, what kind of faces is he making, and what, you know, this, that, and the other. Which sucked with a mask on for a lot of the people that did come for the facial reactions and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like I've started a little community now, you know, my little corner of YouTube. I've started that. I've got people there that they're coming to see me, to see what I want to say about the songs and things like that, right? So I don't mind so much that more of the reactional sort of facial expression people are going to come over that watch, you know, those bits, and then they dip off. They don't care about what I've got to say and stuff. Big love to you guys, by the way. If you've come here, this is just a talking video, like, you know what I mean? I misjudged you. I apologize, friend. But yeah, I feel like I'm in a spot now where, like I say, I've got my little corner of YouTube. I've got the people that come and they just want to sit and chill with me, you know? It doesn't matter what we're listening to or what's going on the screen. It's like they want to hear what I've got to say, and I really rate that from you guys. Thank you so much. But I kind of lost my train of thought there. Well, regardless, I've sat and had a thought. I just don't know, but a lot of you guys are asking about me. That's what it was. I just remembered right as I was stressing out about not remembering. So, like I said, I'm Steve. Lots of people call me Chief. I got Chief. Which side is it? It's this side. Because my granddad, R.I.P. to my granddad. What an absolute legend. He used to call me Chief when I was a kid and called me right up until we lost him. So that's like, you know, I'm the chief, according to my granddad and my dad, and you know what I mean, a few of my other family members. I'm chief, so it was perfect. I had to change my Twitch name and come over here and stuff like that. But yeah, hello friends, hi, I'm Chief, aka Steve Billingsley as well, by the way. If you're seeing this and you're like, whoa, his name's Steve as well, I was gonna wait until Aftershock to tell you, but I wanted to make this video and like talk to you guys properly, you know what I'm saying? So I do apologize, friend, but we're Steves. What's good, bro? How are you, my friend? Anyway, and yeah, I'm in my mid-30s. I just turned 35. June 11th is my birthday. Big up to all my June friends. And yeah, I just, like I say, I moved away to Canada. We've just had this thing. We've just had this conversation. I moved away to Canada 2016, which makes me, what was I? 29? Something like that. Had a bit of a mental breakdown. Ended up coming back, and I gave myself the mental goal of getting back on my feet, getting back sorted, and being where I want to be by the time I was 40. I was going to use my 30s to sort my head out, you know, and I'm halfway through now, and I feel like I'm doing a really good job. I've gone from being in a hospital bed, not wanting to be here anymore, to, you know, to trim the fat, to waking up every day, like, happily, you know, and I've done 99.9% of the hard work, it feels like, on my brain, you know. I've picked myself back up. I've dropped a lot of the stuff that was behind me, you know, to that point of getting to the hospital bed, like that point, you know. Up to there, I cut off so much stuff, and it made me so much better as a person. It made my brain better, it made my personality better, it made my mood better, it made everything better. And I would advise it if you've got someone in your life and you know they're drama seems to follow people, you know. There seems to be a lot of people around that are always just in some drama. It's this, you know what I'm saying? And people look at the drama, they don't look at the person. All I'm saying is look at the person. If there's a certain person in your life and they always seem to have a bit of drama around them, and you're not that kind of person, does not matter who it is. Believe me, it doesn't matter who it is. Get rid. That's all I'm saying. They'll drive you into a hospital bed. That's all I'm going to say. But make your own decisions, my friends. And I promise, you can do whatever you want. I've had my head down and I've been trying to get, like, all the Twitch stuff and everything happened since moving back from Canada. I moved back, I got a job that I hated just to, you know, pay the bills and make ends meet. Then Twitch started doing really well, so I quit that job because I hated it. And then Twitch messed up, and you know what I mean? It's been like a cycle of like, oh, I'm nearly, and then I fall, and then, oh, I'm nearly, and then I fall again. So here I am on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, you know, I'm not nearly anything, but I'm going to keep going, and I'm not going to fall this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to record when I can record. I'm going to upload when I can upload. And eventually, hopefully, I'll get to a point where I can, you know, quit my job, my current job, and just focus on YouTube the whole time. Who knows? Who knows? It just takes one big sponsor and I can, you know, pay a year's rent and then get my head down playing drums and doing reactions. But yeah, I'm a waffler and I don't know what I've covered. I don't know what I haven't covered. I hope I've given you a little more insight into who I am, into sort of me. You've seen my whole face as well now, so it's like, you know, I had my anxieties. I didn't like looking at myself, and like I say, I couldn't give a shit what other people think of me. I truly can't. I'm 35. I've been through some stuff. I've been like a goth kid, a skater kid, whatever you want to call them. You know what I mean? I've been the butt of society's jokes. I've been there. I don't care. It was for me. I'm just letting you know. For all the haters and stuff like that, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. I'm a happy dude, and I'm never going to stop being happy, right? I'm just not. I'm just a happy dude. What can I say? Like I say though, it was never for other people. It was just for me, my own personal anxieties and stuff like that. And there's stuff that I'm gonna work towards that get rid of those anxieties, and there's places that, you know, I want to be. So I'm gonna get my head down and I'm gonna carry on YouTube, and there's gonna be some drum covers and stuff coming soon. I've got to get Easy Drummer. I don't get paid for another 2 weeks and I've got some stuff to buy, but very soon I'll have Easy Drummer and I'll be able to, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I was saying, my friends, I truly hope this has been a little bit more insight into sort of me as a person. I didn't really talk much about a lot of my influences. It was more genre based, you know what I'm saying? I had my Slipknots and I mentioned a few bands and my Eminems and stuff over here. But once everything got going, it was like I couldn't tell you. Like I say, I've taken blows to the head, and I've been a drug addict, and you know what I'm saying. I've messed my brain up a lot. So please do forgive me, Muffy, my friends, Muffy. And just more importantly than anything, I don't, you know, I'm not. To me, I'm not overly important. What's more important than that is that you guys are good. Wherever you are in the world, honestly, I truly, with all my heart, I hope that you're good. I hope that you're happy. I hope that your head is up. You're looking in the right direction, you know? Don't dwell on the stuff that causes you stress up here. Dwell on the things that give you that fire. You know what I'm saying? Because believe me, I've been in every possible spot you can think of. And it's just staying positive and staying, I can do this, is the best way. It truly is the best way. It truly, truly is. Surround yourself with people that believe in you, and just believe in yourself, love yourself, and everything else will fall into place. Because I believe in you. I truly do. You right there? I believe. Thank you, my friends, for sitting here and listening to me waffle. I think a lot of this was just to get everything out. You know what I mean? I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to take my mask off. I wanted to just be here and be raw me. So, hello friends, and also goodbye at the same time. Please do me a big fat favor. If there's stuff that you want to know about me, please comment it below this video, because I'll make another one of these. I really will. I will sit down and I'll, you know what I mean, I'll go through your comments and we'll put them up on the thing, and I'll give you a shout out and stuff like that. So this was like I guess it was like a face reveal sort of waffling video. So hello my friends. I hope everyone is well. I truly do. Please, like I say, if you've got anything you want to know about me, post it below. I'll do my best to answer. Don't be a dick, because I'm just going to ignore you and probably block you from the channel. So, you know what I'm saying? Come along for the ride. It's going to be a good ride. There's going to be lots of stuff going forward that you're gonna want to be a part of. I can't even talk. So, like I say, just love everyone, love yourself, believe in yourself. Like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I did, stuff changed. Shit started going in the best, direction possible. So believe in yourself, because I believe in you. Right, I'm gonna stop waffling. I've got to go edit this, trim it all down, because I've been talking to you for half an hour. I've got to get some food. I've got work later. But anyway, most importantly, my friends, the normal waffle. Please, when you're out and about in the world, in the scary, scary world, please take care and please stay safe, because I'm hearing lots of stuff and it's scary. Anyway, peace and love, my friends. Have an incredible day.